Hi friends, we're getting started today with the whiteboard and the much maligned pointer, but this is not a lengthy PowerPoint presentation with a laser pointer. I'd never do that to you, so thanks for joining me today. We're going to be talking about the first step in effortless weight loss, and really one of the keys to kicking ass for life, and that is the PBD, or plant-based diet. And the information that we're going to go over are the set of criteria that help you to select the most nutritious as well as the most ideal diet for improving body composition. And the very first thing on the list is that the plant-based diet, or PBD, mine and yours, is earthly or earthbound, and it's made up of foods that are whole, fresh, natural, and look like they came from the earth, as opposed to pseudo foods, which are highly processed and overly packaged and may be apparently from another planet. Quality is important in everything in life, and that's true for our movement patterns and our relationships, but it's especially true as well with our food. And we always want to try to select foods of the highest quality and the most nutritional density, and they'll do the most for both our health and our body composition goals over a lifespan. The plant-based diet is personalized, and so what that really means is that your diet may not be quite the same as mine, and that might be different from another individual's. And the reason is we have different genetics where we tolerate or thrive on different foods. And also our gut health varies from person to person, or at least the makeup of our personal gut microbiome, and the foods that one person can do the best on may be slightly different, and we always want to be aware of that and trying to experiment to find the foods that work best for us. If there's a take-home message in this very brief video, it's that there's no junk in the plant-based diet. And so junk, or junk food, and I don't know why we put junk and food together. It doesn't make sense that we would want to eat junk, but we definitely don't do that in a plant-based diet. And so a PBD is really devoid of those packaged products that are highly concentrated in the big three sinister items, which is excess sugar, highly processed and refined grains, starches, flours, and also the industrial seed oils that we know as vegetable oils. And those are corn, canola, cottonseed, soybean, sunflower, and safflower oils. All these things proven to be detrimental to health, weight loss, and lifespan. So we just get rid of the junk and automatically we do so much better. And that's so true of many things in life. Before we can add in the do's, we definitely want to emphasize the don'ts. And so that's no junk in the PBD. You also know that the plant-based diet is sustainable. In other words, we want to try to source foods that are not doing negative things to our environment, our water supply, our oceans, our ozone layer, our air quality, and all of those things which are so important. So any way that we can purchase and consume foods that are doing as little harm or no harm or even help as possible, that's really one of our goals. The plant-based diet is respectful, and it's certainly, your diet is yours and mine is mine, and we need to be respectful of each other's differences. But really what we're saying is that the diet itself is respectful to food. And so the history that we have as humans was that we were always reverent towards our food, and it was a real gift, and we cherished it. And that's true for plants and animal products alike. Let's be respectful towards our food. This one's an obvious one, that the plant-based diet must or should always be nutritious. And I think that goes without saying, but we need all the macronutrients and micronutrients and things that we build our best humans from. And we also want that nutritious food to be digestible, and it's very important to find the foods that help us to look, feel, and perform our best, and that is indeed nutritious food. Switching sides, the plant-based diet is also low or lower than the standard American diet in carbohydrates. And there's a lot of variance there, and sometimes folks get really excited. There are some individuals who, for health reasons or for metabolic reset or stubborn weight loss, will do well with a very low carbohydrate diet, or what might be called a ketogenic diet. And then there are others who are possessing different genetics, who are more tolerant of carbohydrate in the diet, as long as they're healthy sources from fruits and vegetables primarily. That will do fine with more carbs, and that's also true of very active or hard training athletes. So we want to be lower in general in carb, but maybe not put too much of a label on that. Also, higher in fat is the plant-based diet, and that's really the healthy fats that nature makes, not those 6 seed oils that we talked about, and certainly nothing that's been hydrogenated, such as margarine or shortening. We want to avoid those things. But the healthy fats are so good for us because they help us to build better brains and nervous systems, cell membranes, and hormones. And so having enough fat in the diet and getting it from great sources is key. And also, we want to have a diet that is at least moderate in protein, if not a bit more, depending on the person. If a person is growing or older or recovering from illness or hard training, they may need more protein than we once thought. And so having high quality protein in the diet is essential. Also, the plant-based diet is ancestral. In other words, it's evolutionarily matched to our biology. And we have, as humans, we have about 2.5 million years on this earth eating these earthbound natural foods that we've gone over some of the criteria in. And we do best when we eat in alignment with our genes. Also, the plant-based diet passes the great-grandmother test. And so if your great-grandmother was looking at some food and it was available in her day and she would prepare it and would consider eating it, that's a really good litmus test for us these days, whether we should include a certain food or meal into our PBD. There's also no starvation in the plant-based diet. It's really, there's no need for chronic hunger and states of deprivation. Sure, it's fine to experience hunger here, now and again, and enjoy eating when you're hungry. That's really how we're designed to function. But there's no need to be chronically hungry and starving, and we don't do it here. And there's just no place for that in a health program. And then last but not least, the plant-based diet is a celebration. I mean, we really want to always keep the dining ritual and tradition in our culture, and to share foods and to enjoy not just nutrition and nourishment, but deep sustenance and joy. And so that's really critical for us in the PBD. So that is the plant-based diet, and it's the first step in our journey to effortless weight loss. Thanks for joining me.